Hey everybody, this is video 3. It's in my Chris Watt Files kind of series I'm doing here. If you haven't seen video 1 and 2, please go back, look at those, and you'll see where I'm going with all this and what I'm doing. I did quite a bit of reading last night on the files, and it's pretty kind of earth-shattering, should I say, on how this guy did all this. First off, in the interview room, when after Chris confessed to killing Shanann, he never really confessed in the interview room about killing Bella and Cece. But in the interview room, Agent Graham asked him if he tried CPR or tried to revive either one of them. And he also asked him, if he had training, and he said no. Well, that was a lie. He did have some CPR training for adult and children. His company offered that, and he did take the class. So he even lied about that, to make himself look good. He did have the training, and obviously he could have revived them if he wanted to. He's been getting tons of letters in jail. I've read a lot of them, and a lot of them are just whack out girls and whatever. But there's two that really caught my attention. He got a letter from a church, which is letting Chris know that they believe that his Thrive patches had something to do with what he did. Okay. There was a die bitch letter. They pretty much told him to, good luck in prison. You're going to need it. Die, bitch. That's what that one said. The rest of the letters are pretty much crazy women. I want to meet you. I want to talk to you. I'm going to be your pen pal. Blah, 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 blah. Here you go. From the first time that Officer Coonrod showed up to his house, when Nicole called him and they were going through the house, him, Nicole Atkinson, Chris Coonrod, or the cop Coonrod, and Nicole's son. From that moment on, Chris was followed by the police. They'd never let him out of their sight. You can look at each police officer's report, how they were waiting at the end of the street at the night, and then he would leave to go somewhere, and they would follow him, and he would go to the police station. They always had him tailed. He was always followed. This is something that kind of bothered me. I read through Shanann and Chris's text messages and Google searches in the last parts of her life. And I got a question for everybody, especially the women out there. If you got home from a vacation or from a conference in another state and you flew on a few-hour flight, when you got home, would you check on your kids right away? Or would you go change into your nighttime clothing and then check on your kids? And where I'm going with this is, she had on a t-shirt, panties, and a bra, like she was ready for bed. So I guess where I'm going with this is, that would mean she didn't check on her kid, or that would mean her Bella and Cece were not dead yet. Because the first thing I'm sure she did when she got home was check on her children. So she had to check on her children, get dressed for bed, and then everything happened. Because she was found in her nighttime clothing, or her bed clothing, let's say. So, what I'm saying there is, if she got home and they were dead, or she noticed they were dead, she wouldn't have changed. I mean, unless that idiot changed her. I don't know. You see where I'm going with that. He's allowed to read stuff in prison now, and he's actually reading a book called The Body of Evidence. You can look into that, what that book is. He did get another letter from the Department of Human Services letting him know he's being charged with child neglect and fatal abuse. Imagine that letter when he opened that. At 10 p.m. on that night that Shanann got home, he did look up lyrics to the Metallica song Battery. At 8:26 p.m. that evening, he did look up the girl's school. Now, he looked that up for the number, I guess, maybe, or whatever. So at 8:26 p.m., and a little bit before, is when all this went into motion for him, because he's already got the school's number. He's looking it up to call him the next day. That's the way I see that. I mean, so I think, she died anywhere between when she got home and I would say it's in the first hour she got home. It all happened. But anyways, that's some of the stuff I am unraveling right now and all this. I'll keep reading. I'm at like page 782, I think. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this one. Tell me what you think about what she was wearing. Would you check on your kids? See what I'm going with that? Because she had her shirt on, her panties, and just a bra. It's like she was ready for bed. So she had to check on Bella and Cece already. And it's kind of telling me that he didn't kill the children while she was gone. She was there, and he either killed her, then the children, or he had to kill her first if, she was, or, what I'm saying. All right, thanks, guys.